Welcome to the Mutant Agenda. I'm Cody, and if you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or anything, you probably know by now that I love Shatterstar. And guess what? The first issue of Tim Seeley's Shatterstar is on the shelves right now, and you should buy it because Shatty Buns needs all of our love. I do want to take a moment to talk about this issue with you guys and what I thought, because yes, I do have some feelings about it, as you would imagine. Let's get into it. Shatterstar issue number 1 was written by Tim Seeley with art by Carlos Villa, inked by Juan Blasco, flashback art is done by Gerardo Sandoval, and the colors are done by Carlos Lopez with lettering by Virtual Calligraphy's Corey Petit. This issue introduces us to a Shatterstar that is both new and quite familiar. We see that he's going by the name of Ben Gavidra, and he's a landlord. Now, he's hosting tenants that are also kind of castaways from alternate dimensions, alternate timelines, etc. Now, what makes him similar to the Shatterstar we know is that this whole book is written with a very great theme of distinction between fantasy and reality, more specifically entertainment and real life. It draws parallels between the two, and it also draws a fine line between the two, and we see that through Shatterstar's narrative. This is a theme that's so close to who he is, coming from Mojoverse, coming from a place where his barbarism and being a gladiator serves as entertainment. His whole life was dedicated to that. Peter David's X Factor kind of saw him bridging the gap between that, bridging the gap between entertainment and this new, strange world where everything was different. And this issue does something very similar. It shows him appreciating the arts, appreciating entertainment, but realizing that real life is just not the same. It's not as clear-cut as a plot that we might read or see in a play or watch in a movie. And it's kind of highlighted with him looking at Richter and kind of thinking to himself, you know, how it can take forever to learn something about somebody, and you still won't be able to make these distinctions. It's great because we also see a peek into the lives of the tenants in his building, and we see that this is a distinction that honestly a lot of them are trying to make. And by the end of this issue, something from his past, something from that world of entertainment, that clear-cut existence he used to know, comes hurtling back into his life, hurtling him back into this world of ultraviolence where he needs to take a stand. And it was a fun issue. It was really good. I really liked Tim Seeley's writing. It's kind of funny to me that the end, it's like the last panel, well, not the very last panel, but one of the last pages pretty much cut and dry tells you what this miniseries is going to be. And that would normally really bug me when kind of a plot synopsis is handed to me via dialogue or narrative. But honestly, this didn't really bug me because it's a miniseries and it kind of worked with what Tim Seeley was saying. It kind of worked with the fact that entertainment can be cut and dry. It can be distinct. This is what I'm going to do. And one of the last pages sees Shatterstar saying, I'm going to go rescue my tenants, my friends. I am going to go, I will fight for my beliefs. He lists it all. And it's, like I said, that would bug me in any other book, but this one, it kind of worked because that has been the theme that I feel like Seeley was going for and hinting at throughout the entire thing. Now, to talk about the art, it bounces between Villa's art, which is kind of, cleaner lines. We have nice coloring as well, and it bounces between that and Sandoval's art, which is more kind of gritty, messy, kind of violent, in your face. It almost feels animated the way it moves. I really liked the art in this issue. I like the dichotomy. I like the the juxtaposition of the two styles that we were seeing were very nice, and it was very fitting. Also, Shatterstar is just as adorable as ever, so that alone was worth admission. Thank you very much. Now, to kind of briefly discuss X-Men Black Magneto, I have to say, I am so pleasantly surprised with Claremont's work. I think he was perfect for this. Magneto, I feel like so many of the X-Men are his babies, but I feel like really Magneto is his baby. The things that he put Magneto through, the ringers he's been through, the way he kind of crafted him into a hero in the 80s, this is the writer we needed on this Magneto one-shot. Magneto felt so real, so visceral. The fact that he's, being painted as a villain again, I feel, by X-Men editorial. We're kind of getting that villainous side of him again, but he's still so damn empathetic, which is so important when it comes to Magneto as a person, because we understand his plight. A good solid read by modern Claremont, which I am so relieved to say. Now, the real star of X-Men Black so far was X-Men Black Mojo, which is the biggest surprise, I have to say. I was very, very meh about the Mojo one-shot, but I picked it up, of course, because this is the Mutant Agenda, and this is what we do. But I wasn't really expecting that much. I knew that Bradshaw was going to be on art, and Bradshaw is incredible. I love Nick Bradshaw's work, and I pretty much was only expecting a pretty-looking book. And what I got was a very pretty-looking book, and a very funny, a genuinely funny story that was charming and had me have feels for Mojo. It's a very strange experience, but I care about the guy. And we got Glob Herman, which I think I had heard about Glob having a part in this, but I couldn't even imagine that it would be this precious. I love Glob Herman as a character, and his bromance that he formed with Mojo is something to remember. It's something special. It's great, and I had so much fun reading this. It ended up being like a Mojo love story too, which was hilarious. It was such a good time. If you're going to pick up any X-Men Black at the moment, pick up X-Men Black Mojo. Do yourself a favor because it is so much fun. Now, X-Men Black has these backup stories by the amazing Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler, who did an incredible job with the Cable book that unfortunately ended right when they were starting to get warm. But they're now playing with Apocalypse as a character, and it's been very, very fascinating. The art on these Apocalypse backups has been beautiful. Just gorgeous work all around. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to touch base on those X books, talk to you about them a little bit. If you like the video, like it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.